If you're a man in your 20s and you want to be respected by other men and other people, have other men get jealous of you, get 10 times more sex, and have a loaded bank account, you need to pursue this career I'm about to tell you about. But by all means, if you're broke, fake, depressed, and your life is already how you want it to be, or you want to go get on the hub to ignore this, you're gonna regret not listening. What's up guys, Mason VanMeter, Running Buddies Academy, and in this video I want to help you uncover the best fucking opportunity for young men in their 20s. Now first, who is this for? This is for any guy who is like me and tired of being sick and tired of not being able to go where you want, when you want, with who you want. If you're a machinist or a mechanic like I was, if you're in the military, if you're doing some factory or labor work, this opportunity would be the perfect vehicle for you. A lot of you young men are slaving away for pennies on the dollar and you're throwing away the most valuable period of your lives, your 20s. And you're fighting over crumbs from the cookie cake. They taste pretty great. When I was fresh out of high school, let me tell you this story real quick. I went straight into the factory life workforce. That's all I was ever told growing up. Find a good job, go to college, blah, 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 blah. Fucking terrible advice. I would slave away 12-hour night shifts. My clothes would catch on fire from molten plastic coming out of the extruders. I was laying down in puddles of grease, catching my hair on fire from welding, smashing my thumbs with hammers. Basically, a whole load of bullshit. I would easily work 70, 90 hours every single week for 5 years straight. There was a period where I worked 3 months, did not have any days off, 12 to 16 hour shifts every single day. It was miserable. Now, when the greatest lie ever of 2020 happened, it happened to introduce me to working for myself. Started listening to podcasts and finding different opportunities, sales, marketing. I really got into controlling the quality of my life. And it was the best thing that ever happened for me. Like, thank you God. But I just got so fucking fed up with all the angry old men at work, all of them bitching about their wives and their lives. And when I saw the whiskers coming out of their ear, like, I had had enough. I knew I was way too damn smart and way too damn good looking to be going down this route. Even though I was damn good with my hands, I enjoy building stuff still to this day, but not for some mid-20 an hour bullshit position. I was then introduced to the insurance industry. During COVID, I applied through a website called ZipRecruiter for all kinds of sales positions when I came across the mortgage protection remote sales position. And I went through a whole bunch of interviews with these types of positions and came across this guy named David finally after trying a couple different places out. Now, when my current employer found out I was looking for different jobs and sales positions, I got fired immediately and I was forced to accept a position with David pretty quick. So I had to go take the test, had to go get my insurance license, and during the next 2 weeks, I passed that, and then I was ready. I made a lot of great relationships very quick. I pissed a lot of people off very quick in this agency, and also realized I had a knack for talking to people, and I was already pretty believing in myself that I could do it. Was it hard? Abso-fucking-lutely, but I did not quit. And after a year of hard work and perseverance, I made $250,000 and it completely changed my life. So you listen to me and you listen well. For you out there who is actually serious about taking life by the balls and not taking no for an answer and living a life of your biggest hopes, dreams, and desires coming true, this is for you. This is the best opportunity and the best time to do it. There are hundreds of millions of people who need life insurance, and it is a huge problem that plagues the United States. Imagine making $250,000 just for helping people solve their problems when they die. How much closer do you get to a fucking Marvel superhero than being a life insurance agent? That's what I wanted to grow up when I was older, a superhero. Is this easy? Absolutely not. But is it worth it? 100,000 million %. Some of the biggest things that I got in my journey over the last couple of years was, first off, emotional intelligence. It's knowing how to communicate with my emotions, it's knowing how to control them, and I learned how to communicate with virtually anybody. I was learning to sell, I was learning to be a leader, I was knowing myself, learning about myself, learning who I really was as a person, and having more money than I quite frankly knew what to do with in my early 20s. I got to go on all kinds of beautiful and expenses paid trips to places like Cabo and Cancun, Mexico, Las Vegas, Costa Rica, and I was given awards for being the most badass agent, literally, like the Kick-Ass Award. And I was able to actually help people and help myself. But there were also nights I couldn't sleep. There was a lot of relationships that I lost. or burned to the ground or that I had to sacrifice. There were moments that I questioned. It was like, God, what is the purpose of me fucking being here, dude? Like, this is difficult. It was the most stressful and traumatic journey I have ever fucking been on. And that is why I recommend it for young men who want to create systems in their life that you are actually in control of rather than being controlled by the systems of other people. Let me ask you a question real quick. Is what you're currently doing in life fulfilling your hopes and your desires, or is it building someone else's? And if it's the second one, which it more than likely is, why are you still doing that? This is the most stressful and traumatic journey I've been on, and that's why it's been the most beneficial. Any man who cannot deal with stress and trauma is not great at being a man. This will give you the ability to swipe without looking at the price and craft yourself into a formidable opponent in any avenue that people pursue. I can't think of a more fulfilling career path for a man who is serious about providing for his family, taking care of his loved ones, and living life on his own terms. And all it takes is one step forward and a couple $100s to get licensed. By all means, if you want to keep welding, I have no problem with trade positions. I honestly still miss working in a manual labor job building stuff. I was great at it. I'm a builder by heart. I'm still a boy at heart. I love building shit. I love playing around on the fork trucks, honking at people, shutting people's propane off. It was fun. And I enjoyed welding, and it was my form of art, building stuff, but not for what I was sacrificing on the back end, which was a life of misery, all for a little bit of fun right now. If you're ready to ditch your 9-to-5 and tell your boss to fuck off, I invite you to join me. There's a couple ways we can go about doing this. You can click the link below if you're interested in selling life insurance and becoming a kick-ass agent like myself. I'll get you trained up and you're interested in completely changing and revolutionizing your life. You can book a call to see if this would be the right career path for the next season of your life. Even if you don't do it forever, it will give you the money, the wisdom, and the power to do whatever else you want to do in life in the future. But you're going to have to go through the same journey that I did to get there, to be in that position, fortunate enough to do it. Now, if you want to skip all the stupid mistakes that myself and most agents made and just do things the right way from the beginning and save yourself 2 to 3 years, you can click the second link to get access to the most incredible free gift ever for life insurance agents, where I'm giving you almost $10,000 worth of gifts to become a successful life insurance agent in less than, on average, it takes most agents 2 to 3 years to even figure out the ins and the outs of the business, how it works, how to sell, how to market. You'll learn that the first month you're with me. So if you're not licensed but want to be, this sounds good to you, click the first link to schedule an interview. And if you're already an insurance agent and you want to make your first $250,000, click the second link below to get the most incredible free gift ever today. And I'll give it all to you for free, almost $10,000 worth of free shit. And it's fucking awesome. And as always, like the dang video and send us to a friend, share it on your social media, tag me in it. I would greatly appreciate that. And I will see you on the next one. Happy hustling, party people.